The future of the Star Wars franchise is said to be quite expansive after, of course, The Rise of Skywalker by Disney and Lucasfilm by, of course, J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of the Star Wars franchise that a lot of fans are currently very much interested and invested in is, of course, the live-action TV series that are coming out, such as The Mandalorian, the Cassian Andor series, and Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series for 2021. And on top of all of this, they are also looking forward to the new Star Wars trilogy by, of course, the writers, of course, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this entire franchise and exactly where things are going for the future by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly how they're really trying to bring Star Wars in a different direction. Now, on top of all of this, what's really intriguing about the new trilogy is that it's described that not only are Disney and Lucasfilm currently focused on Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and a handful of live-action TV series, but also their new Star Wars trilogy that is currently being worked on by the writers of Game of Thrones. It's described that the upcoming films that will debut throughout the 2020s are said to all have connections to Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, and that J.J. Abrams worked close with Kathleen Kennedy by including links to the new trilogy. It said that the Star Wars Episode 9 film will contain many Easter eggs that will be linked to the new trilogy by Disney that is said to serve as pre-Easter eggs and hints as to where the new trilogy will go. Episode 9 is actually said to serve as a tease of what the new trilogy will entail by the discovery of ancient Jedi, Sith, and Force lore created by J.J. Abrams, and that the upcoming Rise of Skywalker novelization will also have more answers to all of this. Now, the new trilogy is also said to contain many Star Wars Legends material that will be brought to the big screen in live-action form, and that Lucasfilm is currently already in production of the 3 new films, where the treatments of the films are now complete and awaiting for a script to be written by David and DB. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, the new trilogy, as you all know, is going to be a different take on Star Wars. It's going to go into a different era that we have never seen before in live-action form. There is a lot of talk that this is going to be based over in the Old Republic era, since now Disney actually owns that part of the era and actually brought it into canon under the Secrets of the Jedi book that you guys may have actually heard about. That's all about the points of view through Luke Skywalker. Now, what's really intriguing about this, of course, is that The Rise of Skywalker is not only going to be used as a movie to create a new foundation for a new Star Wars lore, but it's also going to serve as a tease of the 4th trilogy, the new Star Wars trilogy by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, and what we can expect to see throughout the 2020s. And that J.J. Abrams worked very closely with Kathleen Kennedy and their general idea of what the new trilogy would entail. And that all includes ancient Jedi, Sith, and Force lore. I don't know about you, but that to me sounds like that we are going back to the Old Republic era, or maybe even a time before the Old Republic era that's going to serve as a brand new era by Disney and Lucasfilm. So, apart from all of this, we can see that J.J. Abrams, he's really trying to make this movie not just the end of the Skywalker saga, but also a film that's going to throw in the fans, an idea of where the new trilogy is going to go, right? So the fans are now going to get an idea of what the 4th trilogy will be about thanks to the Rise of Skywalker film that's all set and ready to drop this December of 2019. Now, I believe that this is all rooted to the Lost City that we've been talking about for a very long time now. You guys may recall that we actually have been talking about the Lost City, which is actually said to be an underground Sith and/or Jedi ruins area underneath the surface of an unknown world in the Outer Rim that Rey travels to, and she discovers all these different secrets related to the Jedi and the Sith and the Force overall that allows her to understand the Force in many different ways. So this new trilogy is not only very important to Disney and Lucasfilm, but also The Rise of Skywalker, since it's going to determine the future of the franchise and where the new trilogy is going to go, and how fans are going to approach those films in, of course, the 2020s. Now, with that being said, the fact that The Rise of Skywalker is going to have a massive link to, of course, the 4th trilogy is a big deal, because if this movie is not successful, it only makes you wonder exactly what that means for the new trilogy, right? So you can only imagine what's going through, J.J. Abrams' mind and Disney and Lucasfilm as companies in order to get this movie right, and could also explain as to why there are a lot of reshoots happening as we speak throughout the months of August, September, and this month of October, where they plan to complete this movie by mid-October, this month, of course, before they begin to drop all new footage related to The Rise of Skywalker, as well as the TV spots throughout the month of November, leading to the release in December. And you can really see how the marketing right now is starting to ramp up. You know, just a couple of days ago was Force Friday, and now as we get closer to that actual trailer release date, a lot of fans are going to get more hyped for this movie and get a better understanding of the overall tone of The Rise of Skywalker and exactly where things are going and exactly how it's going to connect to the fourth trilogy. So this really is big by Disney and Lucasfilm. They're basically using this movie as a way to promote their new trilogy, which kind of is a smart thing, a smart tactic to do. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.